Well, hello and welcome to my channel of Java Noobs. My name is Sharath and you are viewing my Java video tutorial series. If you haven't seen my previous videos, I would suggest you to see it first, and below is the link. Java Basics Part 1, Question 14. Difference between static and instant variables. Static keyword is used in front of the variable. Variables without a static keyword is known as non-static or instance variables. So if you use a keyword static in front of the variable, that makes it a static variable, and if you don't use any word or a static word in front of a variable, that makes it an instance variable or a non-static variable. Now JVM allocates memory at class loading time for static variables, whereas JVM allocates memory for instance variables at object creation time. Now class loading time and object creation time, there is a lot of difference between them, which I will be making a separate tutorial on class loading time and object creation time. So please watch those videos in the future. And the third difference between static variable and instant variable is only one copy of static variable will be allocated for a number of objects in a class. Number of memory blocks will be allocated with respect to number of objects. So for static variables, only one copy of static variables will be allocated to a number of objects in a class, whereas number of memory blocks will be allocated with respect to number of objects. Now to explain this point alone, I need to show you a program or demonstrate a program. So I will be showing you a program which has static and instance variables in it. In Eclipse, I'll be creating a new class and I will be naming this class as test, and I will be creating instance variable a and b. I will be initializing a and b using parameterized constructors. If you don't know about parameterized constructor, please view my previous videos. I have covered this topic very well. I just created a parameterized constructor. I just created instance variables. The instance variables were assigned to A1 and B1. And now I will create a method called as public void disk, and in this I'll have a print, and I will be printing the value of A. So here we'll have plus A. I'll just copy and paste this just to save some time. So here we'll have B plus B. Alright, and now we'll have our main method, and in the main method I'll create reference variables T1 and T2, and T1 is equal to new test, T2 is equal to new test, and in this I'll be passing the parameters 10 and 20, and here I'll be passing the parameters 30 and 40. I'll just explain it once again to you. I have created an instance variable a and b, and I have initialized a parameterized constructor, and instance variable a and b are initialized to a1 and b1, and I have created a method called as public void disk. Disk is the name of the method and it doesn't return a value, so I've used void, and in this I have system.out.println, and the value of a will be printed in the console. And I have two objects here, T1 and T2. I have passed two parameters for each objects, 10 20 for T1, 30 40 for T2. Now T1.disp, T2.disp. Yeah, and now when we run this program and output A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, A equals 30, B equals 40. The reason why I'm doing this example is to show you that in instance variables, when you use instance variables, the number of memory blocks will be allocated with respect to the number of objects. Okay, understand this point. And now what I'll do is I'll just convert this instance variable to static variable. Okay, now this will become static variable, and notice the output now. Okay, when I run this program, look at this, you're getting 30 40 30 40. That's because in static variables only one copy of static variables will be allocated for a number of objects in a class. Just to show the last point, I demonstrated this program. Anyways, thank you for watching, and if you like my videos, please go ahead and comment, subscribe.